Hi guys, so I'm doing a grocery haul. My husband and I are trying what will it be? $140 grocery for a month. So 140, or that's for the foods only. And if we add the household goods, that would be 200. But just for the foods, 140. So this is for 1 week. So we have baguette sourdough. That's for $1.89. I have a Safeway receipt, so you can just pause the video if you want. So 52 all in all, because I added Kleenex there, softly, that's 6 pieces, and then Cottonelle flushable wipes. Okay, so 52 all in all with the goods. And we have Aunt Jemima syrup. I don't remember how much it was, but couscous was very expensive, $9.99. Pineapple chunks, this was $1.99. Michael said this one was $2 each. The tuna diet Snapple, it's also $2. It was on sale. This one we got discount since we're a member of Safeway. I think $1 something. And potatoes, I got 4. It's 2 pounds. Per pound is $1.29. And then bananas, 69 cents for per pound. 69 cents. I got 6. This one is not mine. It's Michael's. It's not mine, it's Michael's. Cookie for $1.29. We do live in Oregon, so that's why it's cheaper. And we have chicken. Chicken was on sale, so $9.60 for 3.2 pounds. Now this one was the eggs. You get 3 dozens, and you only pay $1.29. And I said before, we have Kleenex. It's not really Kleenex, tissues. For instead of $9.99, it's only $7, because we have a club price on Safeway. And the same with Cottonelle wipes. Instead of $10, it's only $7. That's why it only became $35 for the foods, and then $17 for the household goods. And I was inspired by this channel, The Fundamental Home. It's a family of 5, and they only pay $100 a month. That's a month. And usually, like Michael said when we were talking, usually your household goods is 30%. So I'm guessing all in all they pay $120 per month, and that's still very low. How they do it, and how I will do it too, which I've done in Sweden and Denmark and even in the Philippines, is to use the things in the cupboards and the freezer and the fridge and make a menu out, or make menus out of them. So just combining of what you have stacked up, so you don't, I kept on buying things on top of each other instead of using those and then do the groceries and think of, foods to make, foods to eat. So I will show you our cupboards. We have this, and as you can see, it's full. And that's how they did that family too. So they looked at their cupboards, and they didn't they just, you know, came up with foods according to their cupboards. And this one is the spices. We have lots. So, and I have been, we have here too some syrup, and there's one more here. It's quite overwhelming to look at. I mean, it's good we have lots of foods, but quite overwhelming to add and not use, because I wasn't thinking right. It's my fault. And then down here we also have lots of foods. It's like we bought before, and I always do it. Like if they sale in Safeway or another store or grocery outlet is so good too. Then I just collect stuff if they're on sale, and it takes us a while before we can use them. So lots of pasta, lots of rice, lots of spices and sauces. So I will look at them first before I do the groceries. I will show you the fridge. As you can see, it's quite full. See, if you look, a lot of food. And I usually we eat them, the fresh ones, but then I don't remember the to use the canned ones. So that is the freezer, the door, and then 2 floors. It's not very big, but it's big enough. And we have lots like mochi, lots of meat there, lots of frozen veggies. And you know, you can only have them for 3 months, really, even if it's a freezer. So this is the upper part. As you can see, lots of cereals. There's water. I don't like the Brita. We don't like the Brita water. So I buy that one. It's only 99 cents, no deposit. And more cereals. Mayo. Lots of canned. As you can see, we're not starving. Vinegar. The can, it's really good to buy canned. They're like $1.50. We live in Oregon, as I said. Corn, the same thing, $1. Olives, and it's not even from Dollar Tree. Plates, more water, and more canned, like garbanzos, kidney beans, coffee. We buy when we have club price from Safeway. You really need to look at them. Like today we will have chowder, and I saw this because I remembered we have this chowder, and we have clams from the other house, and yeah, so I need to use them. I will just freshen it up since it's canned, you know. I will freshen it up with potatoes, and that's how I will think now. Like in the freezer we have pizza sauce. I could make sloppy joe out of that. I think I just need a few other ingredients that we have here too. So I have to be smart about it and really think first and check. I would always say, oh, I will check the cupboards, and I wasn't really doing it actively. I just kept on buying and buying. And so our groceries before were around $800 a month. So that's with household goods. And then we went down to $560, and my goal is 140 just groceries, just foods, and then 60 for the household goods. So that's my goal, and I think we can do it if I just do the right thing. Like I I don't remember the names of the other channels, but I've read some blogs too. I only remember what's her name, the Fundamental Home, and Jordan Page of Cheap something. And they live like this because they want to pay their debts, or they have paid their debts, and that's why they're doing that. And they are all saying they're not starving, and oh, don't get worried, don't be worried because we're not starving. Michael and I are obviously not starving either. As you can see, we're not starving, but we just want to just fix the budgets so we're not throwing foods, because when you're not planning your menu according to your cupboards, you will end up in throwing some foods. I'm lucky. Michael is so in love with hoagies. Hoagies are like Subway sandwiches, and he doesn't tell me demand for me to cook. But I need to eat foods. I eat plant-based. I try it to be always vegan. But sometimes when Michael eats his food and he's not finishing it, I eat it. I don't want to throw. But sometimes we can't help throwing, because if he eats something, I eat his foods, and if I eat some food, sometimes he doesn't eat. So it becomes old. So I have to not cook too much. Now I've been doing I cook for one meal. Before I would cook for a few days. I do that with Asian foods, with Filipino foods, because I know I will eat all of it within 3 days. But before, I would always be thinking that Michael would eat too, but he prefers hoagies. So we eat, he eats his hoagies, I eat my cooked meal, and I always give him veggies. So I just needed to accept he's not eating warm food every day. And I just let him taste. So it was hard for me coming from a Filipino background where you cook every day. It was hard for me. Now I really cook every day. If it's not pasta, noodles, then I cook every day. If it's veggies, I want to cook with my rice and beans. So that's how we do it. We buy lots of canned goods, especially when they're on sale or club price from Safeway. And luckily the canned goods last forever, almost like 1 or 2 years, so you have time. But even though that's like that, we can't just add and add, we have to use, I've put the canned goods in front so I can see what we can eat, because you don't eat what you don't see. Like if it's back in the cupboards, you don't eat that. And yeah, that's my plan of following this. So $140 grocery per month for 2 persons ish, because my stepdaughter comes and visits us once a week. So that's really less. It's really less than $140 a month. And I cook food. I cook her favorite foods or Micah's favorite foods. Since Micah doesn't like to eat warm foods every day, he prefers hoagies. So I hope we can follow this, and I am pretty sure we can, because I've done this before, as I've said. And since I'm very interested in minimalism, frugal living, and since my dad did like this when I was small, that's why I have it in my mind. But my other, as I was growing, my mom's family weren't like this. They had money, so they bought and bought and bought. But my dad was very frugal, so it's so easy for me to switch. And I hope I don't go back to the other side, to the dark side, guys. So this is the first week. I will make updates. I can do weekly grocery haul and show you. Then I won't need to show you the cabinets, but yeah, I can show you like fast how much we have in the cabinets. And yeah, it feels so good. But soon I need to prepare the foods, like the chicken. It's 3.2 pounds. That's too much for one cooking. I'll put it in freezer bags. Michael loves chicken, so like he could eat chicken every day, but I will separate. I will put them in 3 bags, 3 or 2 bags. Sometimes I eat. That's not good for me. I get joint pains. So I will put that, and it's always the same. I always do fried, because Michael loves fried. Either fried or adobo. He eats that in sauce, soy sauce and cornstarch and spices. So that's easy to do and prep. Before I would put it in the fridge and think, what should I? That's no good. Like you have, before you go, that's how I do. Before I go grocery, I would think of a menu, but then, okay, I will just blame America that I'm trying to adjust. Before I would always think that, and then I get laxed and didn't do it anymore. So I would just blame Michael for that. So what I will do now is to put all the things in the fridge and think of my menu. It's today's chowder, and then I have sloppy joe, and on Thursday, it's Tuesday today. On Thursday, Chelsea will come, so I will do fried tilapia, rice, and some veggies. I have lots of veggies here that I don't like, so I make it into a soup. So you always need to think ahead. And I have time, I'm home. But even later when I work, I have to do this. I will just work part-time. I need to be home. Okay guys, I hope you like this video. Tell me how you save money. I don't know if I told you, we were spending $800 before, and now we want to go down to $140. We have done up to $560. So I know it's extreme, but as I said, I've done this before when I was saving, so I know we can do it. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you like this video. Please give it a like if you do, a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel, ScorpioAnnYT, and go to my husband's ASMR channel also, Michael Soothing ASMR, and my daughter's 2 channels, Aryaville and Art and Beauty Freak. Thank you.